Welcome back to our channels, Warriors. We are still growing. If you haven't had your comadre smash that subscribe button, go ahead and have her smash it right now. 12.5K subscribers. We're doing it. First and foremost, let me give a shout out to the newest Patreons. John Wick, Daus Herrero, Abuelita's Journey, Chevelle66, Marius, Michigan Wolverines, Jack Waters, Nova, Big Bad 48, Let Our Actions Lead Others, Miguel, Isaac, and Claudia. 49 patrons. If you haven't already signed up, sign up at the description below. You are missing out. This episode right here is kind of overdue. Kind of long overdue. And it's an insight as to how Green operates or should operate, right? Correctional staff members, Green, right? Having worked for the California Department of Corrections, knowing the insides will often refer green versus blue, right? Blue versus green. We've come a long way from that, but here we go. Seniority. Seniority. Hector, what is seniority? Okay? Seniority is, this is going to get a lot of people. I just know it. Seniority is the date that you started the department, right? Could have been 1993. Could have been 1994, right? We are now in 2023. So think about all that seniority that you have, right? I came in the year 2006, right? I left in 2022. That was 16 years of seniority. Not much, not little, right? Kind of in the middle, right? If you think about a career span. This is good. Somebody once told me, actually a couple OGs told me, Hector, all we have in this department is our seniority. Just give us what we have coming. Just give us what we have coming. That's what the inmate population says. Just give us what we have coming. All right? I'm going to simplify this, right? There's no need to complicate it. When you get off your apprenticeship program, right? If you're a brand new officer, you're on probation for 1 year, and then for the second year, you have to finish that apprenticeship program, then you get a big, giant raise, right? It's a good raise. Then it's all worth it, right? Getting yelled at by the inmates is all worth it at that point, right? Getting yelled at by your superiors is all worth it at that point, right? You are able to bid. Bid means, this is information for the masses. You are able to bid, meaning there's a list of all available jobs that are biddable, right? There's bid jobs and management, okay? So if you're a hot, attractive girl, you're going to get the management jobs, right? Or if you're like my boy, that kind of this story is about, man. You're going to see where I'm going with this. Oh, Hector, you sometimes, Hector, you do too much, man. I know. So, if you came in 1993, you look at that bid sheet, oh man, I want to work Alpha Clinic, Saturday, Sundays off, second watch. That's what I want. I came in back in the day. I deserve that. Rightfully so. That's the truth. If you're a brand new, right off of your 2-year apprenticeship program, more than likely, they're going to run out of jobs on the list. That happened to me like the first few years, right? Like probably 5-6 years. I wasn't able to bid because they ran out of good spots. Here we go. I'm going to be dropping some new stickers as well. You're going to like them. Seniority. So do people always abide by that? Do people respect that? Do people respect seniority, Hector? No. The answer is no. The answer is no. And that's a problem. That in itself is a problem, right? Now, I'm not going to overcomplicate things. So whether you were a lame for 20 years or you were a solid individual for 20 years, we are strictly speaking seniority here in this episode, right? 20 years is 20 years. Let's say 21 years, right? That person has that coming, right? There's no reason why they should get screwed over, played games with, shuffled around. Now, when it comes to management positions, that's kind of always been. Let me talk about management positions, right? Nothing belongs to you. Everything belongs to the state. So a management position, let's simplify it. A homie hookup, right? You're going to have a good spot, good days off, good shift hours. I've seen people go nuts, take it personal when they get moved out of their management position. Number one, that was never yours to begin with. Number two, know the game. Play the game. That's the game. You'll get a new sergeant in that spot. Guess what? You're out. The other homeboy's in. I've seen people lose friendships over that. Just crazy personal stuff, right? It's all business. So here we go. Respect is huge with me. Seniority was huge with me. There was lots of times I've seen people get done dirty, right? And not only, I used to look at that individual that was taking advantage of that situation, and I would lump them up in that same category as, man, that's wrong. That is wrong. You know that's wrong. Shame on you, right? Shame on you. And that's just coming from like a neutral standpoint. Like, hey, man, that's dirty. The way they did that dude was dirty, right? Like, that dude didn't have that coming. All right, so an example, right? An example. I started in 2006, right? I had people show me the ropes, right? Solid dudes. It's a small department, man. I've seen individuals get in the mix when it was cracking off with inmates. I've seen individuals hold it down against staff members, right? Does Green get into it with Green? Yeah, right? They do. And man, if you're able to hold it down for what you stand for all around, then hey, dude, you're a stand-up guy. You're a solid individual, right? Guy, girl, whoever it may be. You stand for what is right. You have some seniority under their belt, right? Hector, you mentioned homie hookups, right? Homie hookups, management spots. Well, what are some? Did you ever have one, Hector? What did your tenure look like? I'll be honest with you guys, right? I did 16 years, right? I resigned as a lieutenant. 95%, 96% of the time, I was third watch, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. These were my days off, folks, warriors. Tuesday, Wednesdays were my days off, and then I had the good Wednesday, Thursdays off, right? 16 years, 95%. Man, I was doing the math, like, man, by the time my daughter has her quinceañera in 15 more years, which would have been like 30 years in, I would have been all shot out, erectile dysfunction, right, hunched over, white hair all falling out, right, from the administration being corrupt, right? So the math wasn't adding up. I'm thinking, I hope my daughter's quinceañera falls on a Wednesday so that I can have a big party, right? That's seniority. That's the truth, right? So I was like, man, this ain't going to work out. So anyhow, 95%. I had some cush jobs for a little period of time, right? I worked at the hospital. That was cool. Man, that was cool. Post up at the hospital. The inmates are in there just chilling. I'm going to make a video on a hospital one next. Watch this. It's like a magic show right here. Just pulling stories out of the hat, right? Just pulling stories. What's next? Hospital stories next. Here we go. PIO, that was like 5 months, right? 5 months. That was Saturday banker's hours. That was cool, but it wasn't cool, right? It was like being Hitler's right-hand man. It wasn't cool. No thank you. Send me back to Delta Yard, third watch, Tuesday, Wednesdays off. That's all I know. That's all I'm cool with, right? So there's individuals that have the opposite of that. 95 of their time has been management. Oh, this is getting good. Central services jobs, right? Central services jobs. You guys tracking what I'm saying? There's dudes that work the line, and then there's dudes that, when I say dudes, is in general, that work the line, the buildings, the yard, the trenches, and then there's dudes that work central services, right? And either of those are cool, right? I mean, if that's, not everybody's built for this type of work, right? But the problem comes in is when you have sergeant or not, lieutenant or not, officer or not, individuals taking advantage of their positions and their rank to screw over other people with seniority, right? Well, what's one way of screwing a person with seniority over, Hector? By moving that person against their will from a job and putting them in the worst spot in the prison. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that, right? It's a small department. Especially when I ain't never seen this person put in work, be about it, do anything about it, right? History precedes you. Your reputation precedes you, right? So my advice, my leg up, my knowledge dropping forth, moving forward is to do the right thing, right? Because you're not fooling anybody. You're screwing people over, right? That's not cool. That is not cool. For what? So you could secure that chair? So you could secure that chair with Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays off and second watch? That's what got me sick. Some people will sell their soul for days off. Some people will sell their souls for good shift hours, good positions, a title, a rank. Nah, I'm cool. I'm cool. I'd rather ride with the dude or with the dude or the chick that's down, professional, been about it because I seen it, right? I seen it. So the message for today is seniority. Let's just say seniority, right? Respect the people that have come before you in anything. Man, I had the utmost, still have the utmost respect for Vietnam veterans. By far. I could never imagine what they went through, right? And I've had the honor of speaking to many, right? Message of today is always know who the real ones are and respect the people that have come before you. Keep pushing forward.